I'm going to scale out to a 3-minute chart. Let's look at the 15-minute. Got a decent red candle forming on a 15-minute chart. A solid V-shaped recovery starting with this move down at 3 a.m. Central Time. That is a textbook V-shaped recovery.
It's attempted a couple of 3-bar reversals up here, but not clean on the 5-minute.
And we're going to peel a couple off below if we get down there. And then we'll hold a couple for a runner. 69.34 last trade in crude.
I'm liking it so far.
Yeah,
I don't hate it.
Don't hate it. No time to hate.
Whenever I like a trade too much, it's usually when it punches me in the face, you know?
The ones you like hurt you the most. We got one more chart that we would need to go over here, Hogue. JD, we want to cover any news before that, or do we want to just go right into the NASDAQ?
We got one more piece of news. Speaking of the NASDAQ, NVIDIA stock hitting record highs on those China AI chip orders. Notched its third record high in as many days. 3 record highs in 3 days. Reuters report, NVIDIA has placed an order for 300,000 H2O chipsets to be made by contract manufacturer Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, who got in early on those stock moves last week. Man, that is your profit right there. New order shows NVIDIA's confidence that it can sell more than its existing stockpile of 600,000 to 700,000 H2O chips. So this deal with China is driving NVIDIA stock prices higher, and their market cap accounts for what? 14.5% of the NASDAQ right now?
14.5%.
Is that what the calculations were?
I think it was. Might have gone up. Might have gone up.
After this, yeah. 3 record highs in 3 consecutive days. Back-to-back days, back-to-back-to-back days, 3 record highs. And China's buying a lot of shit from them.
The world runs on NVIDIA.
The world runs on NVIDIA,
yeah, it does.
And it's taking the NASDAQ with it.
Yeah.
What are you seeing in that NASDAQ chart, Hogue?
I love me some NVIDIA, but as always, the market's going your way. You never have enough on.
Did we just lose Hogue?
All right.
Uh-oh.
So the NASDAQ daily chart.
I think Hogue will be back in a second. I think we're still here. Chat, can you guys still hear me? I think we're good. Hogue is talking about the NASDAQ daily chart. Yeah, Dolby, the goblins are out.
Man, I just got booted from... Did everybody get booted from VMix?
Yeah, we did, JD. We're back. You're back. You're here.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. Chat can hear me.
What was the last thing everybody heard from us?
Going over the daily in the NASDAQ. Hogue will be back in a second, but I'll just go through what I see on my charts if we can switch over to mine. Here we are. All right, so looking at this daily in the NASDAQ, we did make new all-time highs yesterday. Everyone kind of saw that during fast markets. It did happen during regular trading hours. There was a ton of orders that flashed on the order book up here at the highs. Initially a 1,500 lot at 23,635, and then another about 150 right below the highs of the day. That buying got absorbed, and we saw a pretty nice sell-off. I think, the way I'm looking at this market, again, welcoming pullbacks in a market that is making new all-time highs, because I, as a trader, don't love buying the new all-time high, right? I want buyers to show that there's potential room above. We get a pullback, and then we buy from there. But looking at the NASDAQ here, we are trading near this 23,500 level. Why am I paying attention to that? It's a whole number level. We understand that there's going to be a decent amount of liquidity at some of these whole number levels. Going into today's session, we do have the Fed rate decision, which shouldn't be a surprise. I think 97% probability of the Fed keeping the rates the same. But like Hogue says, ACH. Trading the NASDAQ today, I think I'm going to be patient until that Fed rate decision. Hogue, do we have you back?
I am back, yes.
Had me worried there for a second. They can't take
No,
you out though, Hogue. We're back.
no.
What are you seeing on the daily?
Well, I don't know where I was,
Yeah.
but the one thing that concerns me is this long wick at the top of this daily bar, and the fact that we did put a new all-time high in the regular trading hour session yesterday. Volume was pretty good, adding 1,200 new shorts to the market. The market did move to the downside, but it's all about data, earnings, and tweets today, folks. Data, earnings, and tweets. Oh my! It is telling a little bit of a different story than the S&Ps. S&Ps are still have the all-time high in the extended trading hour session. Not looking for those to remain lasting highs. Anything can happen, baby. Anything can happen. Sorry, I was gone for a minute there. I didn't get to hear what you said, Jay. But
Uh,
go ahead.
nice little pullback. I welcome that pullback. That was pretty
Yes.
much it, Hogue.
All right. So on the 30-minute chart, yes, air horns and regular trading hours yesterday. Of course. What about overnight inventory? We started the evening trading here. We are now trading still there. Look at that 200 session moving average on the 30-minute chart supporting price. Is it going to continue? Here's that 200 session, the red line. Boom, 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 boom. We're at it now. But very narrow overnight range inside yesterday's regular trading hours value. No change in the perception of value. Stay patient. These markets are awaiting new information. What I'm going to call my primary hypothesis for me to trade this: let the market establish the initial balance and work the extremes of the initial balance for the opportunities, whether it's fading the extremes or catching a decent breakout, maybe going with it. But it's going to take a tweet to do that, I think, today, or something unusual to happen with the FOMC or the FOMC chair presser. We will see. We will see. Jay, what do you think?
On this 30-minute, we were talking about the 200 moving average in the S&P. We are sitting at the 200 moving average on the 30-minute in the NASDAQ, which is right at 23,471. I'm watching the market's response to there, right? So we're between, what was the quote yesterday? Between a rock and Trump.
Yes.
Right. We're between a rock and 23,500 in the NASDAQ, right? This 200 moving average being that rock. We can see how the market responds to it in this uptrend, and it's been supportive so far. But how many times are we going to test this area before buyers say, hey, you know what, we don't have, we gotta make some balance transfers to continue to buy this, and we may see a little bit more of a pullback. So 23,471, 23,500, and if we do sell below that 200 moving average, then I'll take a look at the daily. Back to the daily really quick. That daily 200 moving average is pretty far. Daily 20 moving average is pretty far. It's down at 23,180. If we see some crazy stuff happen with these numbers, maybe we get down there. But 23,470 is the area I'm looking at, Hope.
Right. One of the things about the profiles in the S&P and the NASDAQ yesterday, they were all B shape. We're going to take a look at this. Here's the open. Market breaks and compiles up most of its time in the lower half of the profile, creating a lowercase b, usually indicative of short covering. And while these markets are, I believe, still in buy the F and dip mode, that takes selling power away from the market. But that selling power in the S&P and the NASDAQ could really have just been adjusting inventories, liquidating positions to protect ourselves from whatever might happen today. We have, a lot of the information already out in the form of GDP and a couple of ADP, but there's more to come pending home sales 9, and of course the FOMC. So what are we going to do here? We're going to probably find a place to sit behind a bush and wait for a 3-legged wildebeest to walk by and then pounce on that. we're going to be stalkers today, I think, for the better part of the day. Jay, what do you think?
It sounds like a plan, Hogue. It sounds like a plan. I'm okay with that. On days like today, and especially I have this Euro trade on, which could be the trade of the day. I don't need to put another one on. But yeah,
Mhm.
with the Fed rate decision coming out, a lot of times I feel like what we see is a little bit of volatility in that first hour or so, and then the market consolidate until we get the Fed rate decision. Um, if a clean trade sets up early on, I'll take it. But once
Mhm.
as we get closer to that number coming out, and the ranges start to contract, I'll be conscious of taking any trade decisions. I do want to pull up one more chart if we can. I know we have another news break we need to get to, but I do want to pull up because today is rate decision day. The 30
Mhm.
year. 30-year bonds here, market that has been in a downtrend. And Coach Paul and I talked about this yesterday during at the buzzer. But this 200 moving average, this is on a daily, is the high
Mhm.
tick of the day so far.
Mhm. Mhm.
After this Fed rate decision, do we continue to sell off in this market? I think the way we've been looking at this is kind of a short covering rally because if you zoom out on this chart, this market has been under heavy sell pressure for a very long time. So keeping an eye on the Treasury products as we have a Fed rate decision today.
All right, we're looking at the yield on the 10-year right now, 4.37%, up just a little bit. All right, thank you, Jay. It's a very interesting chart there. Do we want to sell that 200 session moving average? Maybe, huh?
Should have put an offer in there yesterday. Okay, when we talked about it, and as soon as I pulled this up during at the buzzer, I was like, "Oh man, what's that white line here?" Which is one of the taglines we used during at the buzzer because we see the market respond there. Putting an offer in would have been a pretty nice trade, but that would
Yeah.
be called hindsight trading, and we don't do that over here.
Nope.
Uh,
Nope.
we don't do that. All right. Any
Hindsight
other
trading.
news we need? Yeah,
We'll let you know.
we'll let you know. Uh, any other news we need to get to? I know we need to go over the checklist before we get into the day. JD, anything else we got?
Yes, we actually have a clip from the China-U.S. trade talks that ended yesterday with no deal. Let's roll that footage. The two-day meeting between Chinese and American trade negotiators in Sweden ended without a deal Tuesday. The announcement means there's no clear path forward to prevent tariffs from surging again. Without an agreement, the United States and China will once again impose large tariffs on each other's imports starting August 12th. But in a statement to media outlets, Chinese officials said even after a deal is made, both sides will continue to push for the scheduled extension. No deal on the China trade talks in Sweden that ended yesterday. Did we expect anything less than that?
Nope. That is actually very, very much in line with what we've expected and what we've seen, JD, right? Where we hear
Yep.
we're close to a deal, but no ink to paper yet.
No
And
deal.
deal or no deal, it's a no deal.
No
But
deal.
we'll see. Maybe we're continuing to make progress.
Checking in
All
on this
right. Well,
crude oil trade real quick, guys. It's going against us. It's in our faces just a little bit. I feel like I need to start yelling at crude oil again. Remember last week when I demanded crude
yeah.
oil eat shit and then it turned around and went our way?
Yeah,
Maybe that'll work
maybe
again
a little
today.
cursing at it would help.
Let me think of a good curse for crude oil and I'll come back. I'll come back at you with
You're
it.
a disgusting black smelly slime.
Should be ashamed of yourself, crude oil. Ashamed of yourself. Oh, look at that. It's coming back our way.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody yell at crude.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
You're a terrible burden on everybody.
It's working.
Uh,
It's working. All
that's
right,
beautiful.
Hogue. What do we have on our checklist? Are we going over the checklist, Hogue? Is part of the
Yeah,
checklist yelling at the market until it does what you want it to do? Because
that
that's fun.
is
It's a lot of fun.
that is not on this checklist, but we could possibly add that at some point. So your pre-market research. One of the most important things we talked about a lot today was the important information coming out in the FOMC and the chair presser. Whatever market you're going to be trading, you got to keep that into account. We can't anticipate any moves. So all we can do is know when it's going to happen and pay attention. Maybe there's opportunity, and there always is, to profit. There's also opportunity for risk, but we're going to take our pre-market research, take a look at the market, what kind of market state it's in. I always put settlement on my charts. It just seems to be a magnet sometimes. The net change, open interest volume, of course, I'm always looking at those. Put your reference levels in here: previous days high, weekly highs, weekly lows, previous days lows, moving averages. We like to talk about those a lot with Jay here. Take a look at your trade entry checklist. Is this a number one trade, or is this a number 5 trade? You can keep your entry price here, profit target, stop price, risk to reward ratio, what the result was. This, I think, goes very nicely with the emotional journal we talked about yesterday. Then we're going to take our checklist and go, yes, we did the routine, research, plan, test, strategy, journal ready, a workstation prepped. We're good to go. At the end of the day, review the trades, update the trading journal, get plenty of rest, be ready for the following day. Of course, watch everything everything else that is happening in the evenings here on Top Step TV. And always, check your psychology. Are you feeling well? Are you doing well? Are things in your life going well? All of those things can have an effect on your decision making process as a trader. There we go.
Awesome
We
stuff.
got,
Thank you, Hogue.
yeah. So, just getting a little bit of a peek above that opening range now in that crude oil trade. And I'll just say it again. You know what, crude? You are a disgusting, smelly, slippery, nasty little slime. They take you apart and make you run motors.
Did it work?
Not
It's not working. Not yet. Got to give it some time.
yet. I'll come up with a whopper in a minute. How does it feel to have no friends, crude?
Chris says, "Don't trade angry." Does that mean no yelling at the market? Maybe.
Of course, we're just joking, everyone.
Of course.
It's a gag. It's a gag, guys. Everyone join in the fun. It's Wednesday. It's Fed Day.
It is.
And curse
Fed
that
Day.
crude oil day.
Yes.
Speaking of Wednesday, JD, who do we have on the schedule for today?
We've got quite a bit going on today. Coming up in Fast Markets, as always, Andre Dolby, Hogue. Coach DeGoat is joining, and our man Doom. I think he's in the chat. I believe I saw him already. Doom's going to be here. Possibly another drop-in from the Trader-in-Chief MP himself. Thunderdome. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Arico. He's definitely in the chat. I saw him earlier. Arico's going to be joined by Jay and Dolby. They're going to be trading it up for an hour from 11 to 12 Central Time. Hogue will be back for the morning recap at 12 p.m. Central Time. He's going to go over the trades taken throughout the morning. Then Lunchbox Trading. Coach Jack Sr., I call him Dad. He'll be here. Coach Hoop and me. We'll be hosting Lunchbox Trading for you. Starting at 1 o'clock, well, likely around 12:50 Central Time, we're going to start transitioning over to our FOMC panel. So that will consist of me, Andre, Hogue, and Coach Hoop. We'll be talking you through the Fed announcement and the Fed press conference starting at about 12:50 Central Time. Again, Fed announcement comes out at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Will be released at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And then Fed Chair press conference featuring Uncle Jerry Powell at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. We're going to talk you through that. We're going to trade through it with you. So stick around. We're here to hold your hands all day. Closing out the day in Power Hour, Andre, the Salt Lake City sniper, Mandy F is back, and Dolby time. That will conclude our Wednesday broadcast. But stick around, folks. Like I said, plenty of tradertainment coming your way. Crude is just a filthy piece of slime right now.
Take that, you filthy animal.
Right?
It'll work. It'll work.
Sound off your Sound off your crude curses in the chat.
Coach Hoop says, if you need to give Crude tough love, he's your guy. Hogue, take us out of here. What do we got? Take us into fast markets.
Jay, we're not going to see you until Thunderdome. Any closing comments for the opening call here this morning?
Trade well, manage your risk. This was a fun one, fun opening call. Hopefully, we brought some laughs and some great trading information to your morning. Trade well, and I'll see you all for Thunderdome.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, John Doherty, and thank you all for joining us today. There was one question that caught my eye, and a lot of people asked this: what is a point of control? If you look on my charts, this is the November. This is the Nasdaq from yesterday. There are kind of 2 points of control. Depends on who you ask. There are those true TPO traders that don't look at the volume point of control, but they both indicate a comfort level. The TPO point of control is the most visited price from the previous session or the given session that you're in. It is considered the fairest price. Volume point of control is the single price that has the highest volume from the session you're in or a previous session, and it is also considered the fairest price and the most visited. It has spent the most time there, and it has spent the most volume there in the case of the volume profile. So I hope that helps. As always, we are really looking forward to having an excellent day today. Good days for all of you. We're looking forward to your success here. Of course, that is our goal. Tattooed Groove, explain weekly kickoff high and low to me in crayon. Those are levels that I calculate on the weekends where I believe longer time frame market participants will need to, want to, or be forced to adjust inventory. Those are just levels that I look at from a longer time frame where I believe moves may begin or end at those levels. There's no suggestion of purchase or sale at those levels. They are just important inflection levels that I put together every week for everybody. All right. So I'm going to remind you right now, man, make sure you breathe. Make sure you stay humble, grateful, creative, and centered, and pray for peace every day. And now, in a world of uncertainties, in a world of data and earnings and tweets, oh my, data and earnings and tweets, oh my, data and earnings and tweets, oh my, there's one channel that stands head and shoulders above the best. That is Top Step TV. And we've got Fast Markets coming up to you right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Turn those machines back on! Turn those machines back on! Turn those machines back on! Turn those machines back on!
Okay.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back. This is Top Step TV Fast Markets in the house. Let's get it going. Hogue was fired up. Who we got there? We got Dolby Time in the middle. We got Coach Dakota on the right. Everyone's got their funded hat on today. Let's get after Doom's coming on here very, very shortly. We got about 90 seconds till the open. Coach Dakota, thoughts coming on in on this FOMC Wednesday. Let's go.
I mean, that's it. It's FOMC Wednesday. Not only is it FOMC Wednesday, we have earnings coming out. So it's a big day here in these markets. You can see we haven't really done too much overnight. Lots of chop. And it's going to be patience. Patience are key on days like this, especially with all the data coming out. Let's watch. Let's see how this market reacts.
Okay, I like it. Dolby Time, buckle up. We got a lot in store today. Thoughts coming on into this day. Oh, man, we got earnings. We got GDP. We got FOMC later. What's up, Dolby Time? Buckle up.
Not a whole lot. Yes, as Dakota said, FOMC, lots of news. I would anticipate lots of ranges with low volume wickiness. So I do expect some big wicks on some of this low volume today. Could be a lot of ranges as well. Probably not going to see a big trending market today. I think the NASDAQ has kind of shown that the past 2 days. Also, we had Dan Emmons share that wonderful statistic.
Yeah.
24 days in a row of the NASDAQ moving less than 1% per day. It's either plus or minus. We have not seen massive moves in the market.
Please don't be 25. Please don't be 25 days in a row. All right, I think we are open. Here we go. Let's take a look at these prices. Buckle up for everyone. Stay locked in. We go. Last trade in the ES, 6408. Take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ trading 23,470. Saw some movement right before the bell. Rang in the Dow, spiked up, then came right back down last trade in the Dow. 44,819. 819. Gold continued to sell off. Last trade in gold, 33.59. We got a big range in gold from the overnight. Take a look at crude oil. Last trade, $69.55. What's up, Doom? Welcome aboard. How's it going, my man? FOMC
Morning.
Wednesday. You ready to do this or what?
Oh yeah, man. If there's a setup, I'm on it. Otherwise, hands free. It's
Okay.
Oh, we
It's
got some
gonna
nice
be-
mood lighting there, Doom.
I was just loading my other chart. No wonder probably gonna lag for a second. Can you guys hear me all right now?
Loud
Oh,
and
yeah,
clear,
you're
my man.
Hear you?
Loud and
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
Doom, any levels in particular you're looking for in the NQ?
Just the range, 627 ish and a few ticks, and 440, 440 and 360 has been the price of interest I have. I'll look for a reaction through 440. If we push through, show some initiative in selling and giving out what we've made. Yeah. Otherwise, I really want to buy it, but there's too much news, and a quick overreaction of the market could be very hefty for me. You know how it is.
Yeah, I got you. 440s. We'll keep an eye on the 440s. House account does have a couple trades on. We're a short crude. Get that. Yes, here we go. Short 5 crude from $69.43. Taking a little bit of heat on that right now. It's all right. Let's get these ranges out here. We got 50-50 on the tilt. Again, we had earnings before the bell. We do have a number at the top of the hour. We had GDP before the bell. Number top of the hour, we got Bank of Canada rate decision. Might not be the biggest market mover. That's in 13 minutes. Then we got pending home sales, top of the hour, EIA crude, about an hour from now. As we might push lower here in the NASDAQ, 23,468. Dakota, I want to come to you here after I do some of the formalities. Take a look at the upper left-hand corner of the screen. Hashtag fast markets, hashtag power hour. Hit us up at Top Step TV on the X. It's FOMC Wednesday. Let's see where everyone's trading from, what your trader station setup looks like on this massive, massive day. Again, hashtag power hour, hashtag fast markets at Top Step TV. And Andrea will be rating all your submissions in power hour today.
Most definitely.
Absolutely. Also, pinned to the top of the chat, Top Step daily levels. Those are updated and refreshed before every New York Open. Make sure you have a little real estate on the screen for those. Do even one better. Indicators tab, top of Top Step X. Click on that thing. Type in Top Step daily levels. Boom, have them slap overlaid right on top of your charts. A little bit of a muted open here. Dakota, I've been following you on Twitter. I watched you in slow markets.
Man.
How is it going?
You
the
breathing
trading
over there. You take a breath, Andre?
Never,
You're going
man.
at it this morning.
I am fired
Oh.
up, man. I am fired up. I love these days.
I'm like
man.
just sitting there thinking, like, when's he gonna breathe? When's he gonna breathe?
man.
I
love these
great
days.
trade. No stops.
Love it.
Yeah. Real quick, I wanted to point a pattern out I'm seeing here in the Nasdaq. Let me make sure I am. Give me a second. I'm going to share my charts, but while we're waiting for me to share my charts, yes. Last night, I was like yesterday afternoon, I got a phone call. I actually talked to the team. I had a conversation with MP. And I made the decision, and I think it's going to be best because I've been struggling this year. It's been it's no hidden thing. I talked about it all the time. It feels like weekly anymore. I'm struggling. Going back to a combine, just taking a step back, going back to a combine. And ironically enough, it's the same thing I did last year. It's been exactly 1 year ago since I basically had that mistake in the live account, went back to a combine, switched from my old platform into Top Step X, and then started from scratch and worked my way right back up. So I'm going to do it again and taking a step back, starting in a combine from scratch. And yeah, here we go. I announced it on Twitter. I'm excited to do it, to be honest. Obviously, no one likes to enjoy the struggle, but yeah, and it kind of aligns with the new VIP season. So I'm going to be in the trenches with the VIP team. I'm going to be grinding it out just like everybody else, and everything's going to be shown. And you know what I also want to do, Andre?
Sure.
I want to maybe do like I don't know if we could do this, but a combine counter. So that way,
combine counter. What's a combine counter?
Yeah, so this is what I was thinking. This just the thought, okay? A combine counter to where if I ever need a reset, we just mark it like, hey, this is I have not purchased a combine all year for 2025. I've just been in my live account, 0 combine purchases, so 0 expenses. Today would start number 1. Like this is combine number 1, 2025, my very first combine. And then if I struggle or if I blow the account or if I need a reset, then it'll be combine number 2. And then I'm going to keep track of it just for everybody, for transparency. And then we can kind of get a gauge, and myself included, right? It's like, okay, how long is it taking Coach Dakota to get back to an XFA? Is it taking 5 combines? Is it taking 10 combines? I don't know. Obviously, the lower the number, the better, but we're gonna do it.
So what are the parameters here? Are you doing 1 combine at a time? What's your account size? Are you going to do 5?